Nah, you don't have to. Here it comes.
That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me just let me That clock keeps ticking like a metronome, and my thoughts keep telling me to get me home, but my balls keep telling me to let me fuck all that shit, just let me go.
Broadcasting live from the heart of Europe, this is the most badass YouTube broadcast in all of no land, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tommy C, and this is a special shot from The Point. I'm here with ToNYD2WiLD, and he is from a community that I don't think the fuckheads are real familiar with. But the questions I get the most is, how do you do it? How do you make it? Everybody's stories, I'm kind of like from Gamer from Mars. I find people's stories on their climb to YouTube. What are you? You're well over 100K right now, right, Tony?
Yeah, I'm at 450,000.
450,000, and this didn't happen overnight. What's that?
Nah, and that's small to you know what I'm saying? But yeah, nah, it did not happen overnight. Definitely not.
Yeah.
It was a long ride, interesting ride as well.
Yeah, of course. I mean, everybody's got their own story, and it's all unique. And like I said, a lot of people call in. They want to be YouTubers. They want something. So, I mean, I got to be honest with you guys. Listen up, and maybe on your ride up the chain, you can take some advice from this gentleman. If it picks, because it doesn't necessarily mean I can imagine there's drama in your community as well, correct?
Oh fuck, hell yeah, it's a lot. It's weird. Yeah. You will be surprised. Like the things that are okay in one community is just not okay in that community. That's how it is for a lot of different YouTube channels out there. Like in one community you could do something, and another one you could not. You know, it's like you'll be looked at like a fucking peasant, or you know, branding is horrible for that. It's just how it rolls.
No, it is. It's exactly how it rolls. Everything's really different. All right, I mean, how did this all start for you? I mean, what year, what place, what was the attention when it got rolling?
Say it definitely like started like the beginning was 2014, like late 2014. But to even get to that point, I had to do like a little bit of background. You know, graduated high school, went to Valdosta State. You're pretty familiar with that, right, Tommy? I know you said you knew a little bit about it.
I know a little bit about it. I know a little bit about Georgia, not much. Only the military places, to be perfectly honest with you.
With the Valdosta, first year freshman, have fun. Basically blew that. You know, flunked, got kicked out. Came back home to Atlanta. Started doing the music videos for local artists around the city, and some of those people even popped off. Like I used to do stuff for 21 Savage. You can still find my shit on YouTube.
Oh, really?
21 Savage. Yeah, I've done things with Thug. A lot of people in Atlanta. I did a couple little things here and there. During the time, I was broke as fuck, you know, broke boy, and I was always like a good dressed kid in high school and whatnot, and even in college, just my whole life. And at the time, though, I was broke and I wanted sneakers. Now, this is something you wouldn't even know, Tom. You can be like, wow. I was buying sneakers off of Chinese websites.
Why is that?
They were basically like fake, like straight from like the flea market, but direct.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I got a recommendation for you. We're getting mic cutoff problems. If you go into Discord, click on the little rotary thing in the bottom. I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you a trick. What you do is click on the little rotary thing, go to voice and audio, and then take off the input sensitivity and drop that shit all the way back to -100 dB.
The inputs,
yeah,
input
that automatically determined sensitivity. Just turn that down all the way. Just turn that off and then fire that down. Now you're good. Now you're good. But keep going. You're buying these sneakers off of Chinese websites.
Yeah, so I'm buying fake sneakers. Fake sneakers. And the way I was, because I didn't have no money, like $50 Jordans, like fuck it, like you know what I'm saying, I'm just trying to fake it till I make it. So then during the time, seeing if I wanted to get a sneaker or not was by YouTube. So I would go to YouTube and people were buying from these websites. They were buying, so you can kind of find out like you want this specific shoe. You would type in the shoe in the website and you could find a video on somebody doing it. And what happened was I was shooting music videos and their camera quality was fucking iPhones. It was trash shit. You know what I'm saying? And basically what happened was it turned into where I started doing it myself and basically started building a brand up doing that. stuff. But then during time, like it got really technical. But basically, the website started sending people stuff for free because they had big followings promoting this and that, and it led to people getting their channel shut down, like a whole world. So it's basically a sneaker community, but then it was like also a fake like replica sneaker community.
All right. So how can that's interesting to me. So you got your channel shut down for showing fake sneakers? Like YouTube gets involved with that?
It and it was weird, but that was a whole nother channel. That was a whole nother channel.
But you guys got shut
on that.
When you say shut down, you got strikes like from Adidas.
No, it was from people that were acting like Adidas and acting like these brands. So yeah, YouTube wasn't. This is before YouTube even started like letting people email them and stuff.
Oh, okay.
So this is, like I said, 2014.
Okay.
But the channel that I have now, this channel was like I already had made this channel a long time ago, so it was just sitting, but I never did nothing on it. But it got to the point where I couldn't. I said, all right, look, I have money saved up. I was like, I'm either going to, do the real thing, make shit, and like build a brand, or keep doing this shit until it falls off. So I made the decision to jump ship and to start doing the real deal, 100%.
How much money did you have to put down? Because I mean, I've seen your room. I mean, that's all right, so, like you got to make a serious investment to look. I mean, because look, you dress cool, everything's up to date, man. I mean, I just put on a pair of tracksuit. I just put a tracksuit and I have a pair of Adidas. That's it for me. But I'm thinking this is $10,000-$20,000 down. Correct? Am I in the ballpark?
Okay, so it's probably a little bit more than that, but it's over time. So the question which you asked though to explain that was when I made that decision, dollars just in the bank.
Really?
That 7,000 went all the way down to like $500, and that's me buying the camera, buying real shoes, and doing videos. So I started putting money in, and then it got to the point where I was making like. So I had to use that money off of YouTube to keep the cycle going of videos at the video. You know what I'm saying? So I had to keep using that, and that went on for like that 500 went to like $1,000 a month, and I used that $1,000 to go right, and it just keep going back into the channel, and I was just living off that for like a couple years.
Really?
Yeah.
You were dedicated. Yeah, so did you grow up wanting to be a YouTuber? I mean, was this like because I'm a little older? Was it or is it?
Nah.
Like,
so that's
dedication.
the thing. Like I was doing the music video stuff, and it got to the point where it was like shit. Like this YouTube is making a little bit more money than that right now.
Okay, I gotcha.
Artists wasn't trying to, people don't like to invest in themselves. All these artists want cheap ass shit. They didn't want to invest in themselves. It got to the point where I was like, look, hey man, I'm putting more time into this. It was a lot of stuff going on, but it got to the point where really good. And if I wanted to get it better, I had to jump and put 100% into something else, and that's what I did.
So how old are you when this happened? That's pretty scary, right?
It's definitely like this big decision making, like risky. I'm 26 now. This all was going down. 22 is when it started.
So you're 22. You're not even that long out of your parents' house at this point, and then.
Yeah. Well, I didn't even move out to my parents' house till 2 years ago.
Oh, okay. So this took a while, and now are you comfortable? I mean, going forward.
Yeah, I mean, ever since I moved out, so it got to the point where like my room was like where I did everything. So imagine putting like 100 sneakers, camera equipment, all in a bedroom in your parents' house.
I bet they couldn't wait. They couldn't wait for you to move, huh?
I was getting money. My grandfather got sick. He had leukemia. And my aunt was going to move into the house that we were staying at because he was getting sick. And I was like, well, I need to go ahead and move out so she can move in. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, I'm kind of good now. The day I moved out was the same day my grandfather went to the hospital. He passed away. It was and he was like my anchor. You feel what I'm saying? He was like,
gotcha.
And once I left, it was like, as soon as I left, he kind of fulfilled his destiny in life, I feel like, and kind of he went on, and then I lived by myself for a year, apartment, and then I moved to this house that I'm at now.
Okay, listen, I want to kind of like explain to you guys, like, I was in a very unique position where I was just happened to be unemployed and I got asked to be on beta, and that got me rolling. Most YouTubers do what Tony D does. You go for broke. You actually risk everything. And I think that's a decent summary of what happened.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pretty much.
You gamble and you hustle,
yeah,
and that's it.
Or everybody's gonna look at you crazy. And the main thing that I like to tell people too, reality is everybody wants to become a YouTuber, but it doesn't just take a camera at the same time. You got to bring a different side to things because not everybody got it. That's just how it is. Just same thing with people that want to rap. Everybody wants to rap.
Yeah.
You got to, you know, people wonder like, why am I doing this and that? You got to bring something different, your own mix. You got to be your own person. That's the way you be successful, at least. And sometimes it can choose you. Like it just chose me. I feel like because I didn't think it, but then you know, at the point in time, Foot Locker, a Nike, Adidas, they start reaching out to me, and
they start coming
like,
to you.
God.
That's when you know you're good.
Okay, you know, and then that just evolved into a clothing line. Me and my friend got that does YouTube as well. You know, and it just exploded, and now it's at the point of this how to just keep going forth from this and that. You know. Like I'm trying to hit 1 million subscribers. That's my next thing. And
that's it. Because I mean, I've talked to you offline. You're like, put more ads in your videos, Tom. And I got enough. And one of the reasons I really wanted to put Tony on is it's 24/7, like 24/7 with you, nonstop. And you sort of have to have that. And it's 24/7 with me too. That's all I think about. That's all I do. I want to grow my new channel. I want to get these going. Obviously, I have to maintain this to grow my new channel because if I don't grow my new channel, I can't go somewhere else. It really is a lot of work and what have you. And you have been subbed to my channel. I checked for over a year. You've been like watching what I was doing for over a year.
As soon as I saw you on Baited, I tuned in. I mean, I really liked what you do. I liked your show a lot because it's different than, you know, and I told you before, you know, I like Keem, I like Colossal, I like you, you know, I like Cabo, I like all of it. I like when I started doing, like, it was not probably, it's like 1.5 years till I really started getting involved into like the commentary, the gaming, the news side of YouTube. Like I was still stuck in that one dimension. I feel like once I branched out, that made me become a better YouTuber.
Yeah, why is that?
Wasn't just a sneaker YouTuber.
Why do you think that? Because, you know, I mean, I was kind of stuck in a community that didn't really have a lot of life in the hockey community. There was really nothing. There was me and then some guy that was actually on regular TV. And, you know, there's a wrestling community, which is a legit community. And that's the only thing. I didn't even know there was yeah, I think in the commentary community is probably the easiest way to learn how to get views. I mean, do you recommend, like, if you're in a wrestling community, if you're in the makeup community, you probably should find out what's going on in other communities and how things work there?
Because you can't look at it as you being a YouTuber. You have to look at it as in your viewers. My viewers come and watch me. My viewers will probably watch. Some probably watch you. Some probably watch different people. And so when you're able to bring all those to your channel, they're gonna watch you more now. Like, oh shit, I can watch Tony for this and that. I don't have to watch him just for sneakers. He's a funny motherfucker. He makes videos. You know what I'm saying? So when you're able to give them those needs in different avenues, you become a better YouTuber. And then you just kind of are a part of. We're all in this shit's like a cult.
Yeah, it is.
You can't just be like a random motherfucker hop in and think you can do this. Like people won't accept you. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to be a real YouTuber to be accepted. Well, then you look at like Logan and Jake Paul. I mean, they took it to the next level.
They took it to like the next level, like of cult.
Exactly.
I know what you're talking about. Well, I don't like the word cult, but I tell you, I know what you mean. I know exactly what you're saying. It's almost got to be, and I don't even know how healthy it is. It's got to be all you think about. I remember the moment I got the break on Baited. Okay, I'm buying a PlayStation 4 so I can stream, so I can, you know, do this, so I can get this, so I can get the PC, so I can keep building to try to branch out to those other communities. With, you know, some success. I do all right on Twitch. You know, it's like one thing, you know, if you get a little money, you don't necessarily, you know, blow it on some girl. You put it away and you buy some lighting, or you buy a green screen, or you buy a mic, or you buy a thing, and that's how you build to sort of make something happen.
Exactly.
That's the thing. It's a business, and I think a lot of people don't realize that. I got to be honest with you. My daughter gets picked on school because she told them I'm a YouTuber, and they just flat out don't believe her because all they know is like Logan Paul and Jake Paul. Those are YouTubers, right? I started telling people I tell when they ask me when I'm with my wife and I'm like in a coat and tie and I'm with her, like, what do you do? I sell T-shirts on the internet. That's what I say. I swear to God, because I don't want to explain this shit to them. Do you have that same problem? Like talking to like regular folks?
Yeah. I guess my problem, and I watched the episode where you said that same thing, the T-shirt thing, and I don't know who said it. Somebody said it, but I think it was you were talking to Liam. I feel like
I've told this several times before, but I mean, your situation might be different. You're a lot younger than me, so maybe.
Well, when I tell people this situation,
maybe you look like a YouTuber and I don't. You know, you know, it could be something like that.
They look at me like I'm fucking selling drugs or something. They think like it's like, nah, it's something he's doing sneaky over there. He's not telling me the full story.
Yeah.
He just buy that new car on YouTube.
You think there might be a little racism in that sort of assumption?
Yeah, probably. Shit.
Oh, I'm a YouTuber. I review and open boxes and sneakers. You do retro sneakers too, right? Like you keep the old ones in like mint condition. You have stuff from the 90s, like when I was a kid, when the NBA was
nothing that old. I got retros of the 90s sneakers. So
okay, you got retros. So I misunderstood. See, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know this community, so I apologize.
Like so like they'll retro.
If I had a boxed pair of, my brother had a pair of 85 Jordans or 95 Jordans. If I had a boxed pair of 95 Jordans, not retro, not a reissue, how much would that be worth today? What are we looking at?
It depends on the model, honestly, but I mean it.
The top model at the time. So the one that they used to come out like $200-300 right off the bat, right in '95. I remember that. I remember that.
'95?
Yeah, top model. I mean, you always have a couple pairs of Jordan.
I mean, you're talking at least 500 and up, 500 to 600 and up. But I mean, like I said, it can go even to the thousands. It just depends on which one it is. If it's like like a Jordan 4 or Jordan, you know, because 95. I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
95. That would have been 4 years old. And that was 96. It was 1-6. That probably been like he would have been coming out of the baseball league going into
he took around the time he took a break, then he came back and won another championship.
So OG Jordan 11.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'm just gonna look it up real quick.
This is cool, man, because I used to be like this with baseball cards and stuff. Let me hear this. Let's show you how this is, and I want to show you guys out there. You know, you talk about coming. This is the dedication you need, and this is what struck me about Tommy. What makes him interesting to me.
Looking up how much they're going for on StockX.
It's thousands. Check StockX. Yeah, Deadbeat just stock. It's probably tens of thousands.
Before me, feel free to put in the chat because my shit is acting stupid.
Well, I think we get the point. What is the most sought after Jordan? Like, what is the one that's the creme de la creme?
I mean, I feel like the are probably one of the highest. They sell out every damn year. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
11, just 11 in general, the model.
The 11, the model, the 11 in general.
The one we were looking up. Tommy sees at $800 on eBay.
Okay. Jeez. So do these things go up in value if you keep them in good condition?
Yeah, there's like the site we were talking about is called StockX.
Really?
And basically they're like stock.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and StockX is acting stupid on my phone. So
don't even worry. But I just wanted to make the point. We definitely made the point because this is Real Talk hates when I say that because I'm from the 80s and 90s. This is a bug out, you know, that there's this whole whole market out there for sneakers, you know.
The other thing that might surprise you though, because you was thinking like Adidas is kind of like funny. The Adidas is like last year was the biggest popular brand.
Really,
the Yeezys.
They come back. They come back every couple years. Like, all right, when I was I would say late 80s, Run DMC, all right? When they put out Raising Hell, that record, everybody had them. Everybody had them. They had tracksuits, leather jackets, whole nine, all right? Then it just kind of died, and everybody, like, you wore that shit. People were like, what are you, in Run DMC? You know? And then the whole Korn thing broke. And the Deftones, the early 90s, the new metal craze, like Limp Bizkit, stuff like that. And those guys started wearing that shit again. And it exploded again. And then in Europe, apparently shit never went out of style to begin with. You just got back from Germany, right?
Yeah.
A lot of guys wearing tracksuits around here, right?
The thing about Adidas though is Kanye West.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye West is So we haven't even talked about those.
Mm-hmm.
Kanye got a shoe. He used to be on Nike. He went from Nike to Adidas. The Red October Yeezys.
Yeah.
They're all red shoes. They go for $5,000.
You kidding me? Yeezys, $5,000 shoes. You have a pair of $5,000.
There's Jordan 4s. There's Jordan 4 undefeateds. They go for up to 20,000.
Who?
And then the Eminem 4s go up to 20,000.
Let me ask you something. To be honest, could you put 2 of those on your feet and walk anywhere? You got $20,000.
No, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, you put a camera on it, and then you get hits showing them off. That's what you do with them, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm taking them to put a down payment on a car or something on a house. Fuck that.
Yeah. No.
It's limits. It's limits to it. I love sneakers, but
yeah,
I can't feel uncomfortable. Like I'm looking at like puddles and shit.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, early '90s, it wasn't uncommon here in Chicago and New York. Kids would get killed for their sneakers. You know, they would. You'd walk up. I don't know how common it is now. I mean, I've been away from the States for one, and I didn't hear anything in the 2000s. The way it would roll is you walk down as you get, your fucking parents put every dime away. You put every dime away for your $200 pair of Jordans, and some guy wrote, take them off. And then what would happen is the kid's like, fuck that. I ain't got money to begin with, and that was the end. You lost your life for your sneakers. Is that as common as it was in the 90s? Because it was like an epidemic of it in Chicago and New York in the 90s. An epidemic.
It's still going on. It's different now. Now it's the meetups. You get jugged. So people might post on Instagram or in a Facebook group like, hey, let's meet up. It's kind of balanced in certain ways because now maybe the scamming going on is through the internet too. Like you send it on eBay, you can buy a sneaker. They say the sneaker's fake, send you back a brick box, and then you can't do shit about it. That's one way. But now the other way is also where kids meet up to do a trade, or they want to buy a sneaker, they meet up and they fucking shoot them and they get killed. It's always on the news.
Man, that's I mean, I've always loved hip hop. I always have, but there's always this terrible dark side to hip hop culture that is just it could turn you off. I mean, it's real sad.
It feeds that dream, and then people want that dream so bad they're willing to do whatever it takes.
I don't understand that. I don't
either.
I mean, look, you're into this. You look cool. I've seen your dress. I've seen your videos. You're fucking cool. And you said when you were a kid, you always tried, even if you couldn't get the sneakers, the exact ones, you got the look. You wanted to keep the. I don't think there's anything wrong with staying in style and being into it and being cool. But I'm not willing to lose my life for it. I don't look. It's not like I grew up in a rough or anything. It's not like I had everything I wanted. I was well taken care of by my parents. But I don't understand like how kids could. What's the big deal? Who cares? You can't wear Jordans if you're dead. Get another pair some other day. I mean, it sucks, but God. I mean, have you ever been robbed? I mean, I would just turn the shit over. Yeah, you can have my tracksuit. You can have my tracksuit too.
I never been robbed. I witnessed a robbery from somebody ran back in middle school, and it was right beside me. They didn't rob me though. I didn't have shit for them to rob, but I seen it, and it's pretty fucked up,
Yeah, no, it's definitely fucked up.
Yeah.
So you're reaching out, you're branching. You are a listener of my program, which thank you very much. I appreciate it. Anytime I have a YouTuber to even give me advice and let me know what's going on in other communities, because I think I'm going to do much the same thing. What do you think about? See, I don't know. A lot of people put me in the commentary community because I like criticizing the criticizers, but what's your take on YouTube drama? What's your you find it entertaining? You said you listen to Keem, maybe Scarce and Clown. What gets you into this? Because I don't think it's just money for you. This is interesting to you because we've had quick conversations about it.
It's very entertaining. One, it also brings you to light on what's going on in YouTube. You know what I'm saying? We're all a community. There's small communities, but then we're a massive community. We're all in different neighborhoods, but we're all in the same city umbrella. Or state. You know what I'm saying? So
I know what you mean.
This guy's gonna affect me. Like if I was just stuck in this sneaker community and didn't watch PewDiePie, which I mean PewDiePie is basically the president. Everybody, it don't matter if you just fucking joined.
Everybody knows who Poods is and what he's doing. Yeah, no, there's no doubt about it.
Yeah, say you just didn't know nothing about him, right?
Yeah.
And after that whole ad apocalypse happened, you just wonder why the fuck is my money dropping. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
like
think
you
that
gotta stay up to you gotta stay up to date on what's going on. You know, you gotta know it.
Speaking of that,
so now you know who to blame.
Let's ask you some controversial. Let's go the controversial route. You're African American. You're in this ToNYD world. You know how it works. When I was a kid, white kids didn't say the N-word. It just doesn't happen. You see that a lot more often. It's free. It's free, and then you see situations like with Poods, where he flat out fucked up. It wasn't like he was using the words in an iDubbbz way. He was pissed. He wasn't trying to be creative with it or the context of it. How does that make you feel? Does it bug you? You don't care one way or another? Or is it something that you think YouTube really has to step on? Because it affected you too. I imagine you got some stuff demonetized as well.
So that whole situation was weird with me because during the time I was actually doing really good in views. So I didn't see a dip. But the thing was, the reason I didn't see a dip is because I was doing good in views. So basically the money I would have made, I would probably have made like 4 or 5 times more than that. So I didn't see that till later. I was like, that's why like I made this. I was making the same amount of money.
Yeah.
And I was like, and everybody's like, yo, what's going on? Are you good? I'm like, I'm good, man. I'm good. Then I was like, hold up. This whole shit didn't happen. So like, yeah. But to PewDiePie situation, know how to take it in the aspect is like
let's separate real quick. There's 2 PewDiePie situations. There's the stuff where he made the Nazi jokes. And that was last April, and that's a different situation. And they called him a Nazi, and it was ridiculous. It was, then people started talking about context matters. That was a big hashtag. And then there was the fuck up by playing PUBG, where he got mad and dropped the N-bomb, hard ER, as Tana Mojo likes to say. So we're 2 different situations. When this 1 September happened, that we were already past the apocalypse at that point. So. What do you feel about both situations? I mean, how do you see them?
That's where I would say like how I feel is not the right way. I feel like because honestly, like that's how it is with any race. We laugh until we get up until it's our turn. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So that Death on Juice, me and my friend were fucking dying. We're dying out laughing. We were dying. And I was kind of in my head. I was like, oh shit, like because I was laughing because the guys were like doing that shit. I'm like, what the like they were the way they're smiling. I'm just laughing. I'm laughing. I'm having a good time. And then when he did that, I ain't gonna lie. When he said that the PUBG, I laughed. Yeah. But then I was like, I thought about like. Hold on, he when he said it, he was like he was like, oh fuck. So this makes you wonder, like, does he do that in his spare time? Does he walk around the crib and say like, you know, just say the word, like, you know, when he gets mad or call his girl? Did you buy his explanation? Because I don't think he was wrong as far. I don't know if he was lying or not, but he's not wrong. This is not uncommon in the Call of Duty community where you hear this constantly. You hear it in like that he just kind of got sucked up into it. In that moment, do you buy that explanation? Possibly, that could be definitely. I mean, certain, but I don't know when he plays his games. I mean, I never haven't heard anybody say it on his stream, so I wouldn't know. Like on his stream, what happens when you get a troll in there every once in a while?
Why do you think? Why do you think it's so much? Does it bother you that it's you know, that it's so much more common now than it was when I was, let's say, I was a kid? That it's kind of maybe it's even lost its power a little bit, or is you don't care one way or another? That's not your biggest concern.
What's the question you're saying? Like,
look, you go to game. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal to say it. Even white kids get away with it more than they ever did. I mean, look at Jake Paul. That's a career ender. What happened to Jake? That's a career ender for anybody else. It's been a career ender my whole life. Now with Jake Paul, I mean, he's got to deal with God or something. I mean, I don't know how that guy does it.
I think that, and this is just me being 100. Like a lot of us can agree. I feel like black culture has been the cool. Like the culture has just been cool. People love. Like the dance, the words we use, and everything we do, like it's true. People love to copy it. You know what I'm saying? Like you see the kids cranking that dabbing or whatever, and it's on Ellen DeGeneres. Whatever the fuck goes on in the black culture, it gets put. You know,
everything cool out of America, basically for the past 100 years, comes from black folks. I mean, you can name it from hip hop to rock and roll. Yeah, a lot of white guys play rock now. But you know, it basically got kicked off by black folks. I mean, it's always been that way. It's always been seen as you know, African Americans are earthy people that aren't afraid to dance and sing. And that's cool. And it just kind of translates, whether it would be from jazz to rock to hip hop. It just kind of and the talk. I mean, look. Do I even
basically one more thing.
Sure,
basically, this to put the end the point was, and then with that being the cool thing, the way we talk has also been adapted. The country, the slang, the talk, and nigga used to be a bad thing. We made it normal how we talk to one another, and then it became cool.
And now white kids say it.
You get the
yeah.
So I don't think they're saying it like the way that the older generations are, because I believe this. A lot of people don't believe it. I believe that like the racism that we once knew is fading out. I feel like the newer generations, we don't give a fuck about that. I don't look at color. I don't look at color like that.
I gotta yell at my fucking chat. Fuck you, pandering C. Fuck you. Everything I fucking enjoy. Everything. Right? I've been playing guitar for almost 30 fucking years. You know the style I play? It was developed by Jimi fucking Hendrix. Black man. All right? Most of the music I listen to, even the rock that's played by white guys, are originated or influenced by black men. The clothes I wear, the hoodies, the sneakers, the Adidas shit that I saw when I was a kid that I still think is cool was all came from neighborhoods. So don't give me this pandering fucking Tommy C. I believe that from the bottom of my soul. Black folks are fucking cool. White guys are lame. All right? Just get used to it. And if I can fucking quote George Carlin, you know, fucking black folks sing the blues. Fucking white people should just shut up and stick to giving people the blues. All right? So fuck off, chat. Don't give me that shit. All right? I mean, I do believe that. I think, you know, look, I mean, me and Real Talk about this, right? He lends me, I mean, we're friends.
Cakes, by the way.
Yeah, what's that? What'd you say?
Cakes, one of my homies. I see him in the chat.
Okay, thank you. All right, but Tommy C's exposed. What are they saying? What are they saying about me? As a fetish for black men. Fuck you. See, my God, that's racist, Tom. That's racist. See, these guys will eat me alive. But no, I mean, like, I do think a lot of what's cool about American culture originates in small communities, in African-American communities. It just kind of grows from there. And basically what I think you're saying is it's been a part of hip-hop music, especially for the last 30 years. It's not so much bigotry. It's a part of youth culture. And it's just kind of spread that way. And you think it's a good sign. That's what you're saying. I mean, I don't know the fucking answer either. I just thought your take on it was a little interesting. Because
there'll never be a perfect answer for it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't want you to...
I feel like one thing, I feel like the main thing, honestly, the word nigga is for black people, and they feel like that's the last thing they got. And once a white person takes it away, then they lose everything. That's how...
Really? Is that how you see it? Be interesting. But I mean,
I'm just saying, like, that's something that we like, you know, like, hey, like, it's a word for us.
It's for us.
And we were like, things went behind that word, and once they're able to say it, it's a lot of it's hard to explain. But
hey, I'm not saying either way, because I'm not getting my ass kicked. It's just that simple. I don't care. Hey, well, if a black guy's
people would tell me,
if the black guy, well, I grew up in New Jersey, so that was serious business. If that slipped out even as a joke. And I'm not for violence for people saying words, and I personally don't care what other people say. I know FaZe Banks got caught using the N-word and when he gave everybody a lecture. I didn't know. I just found this out yesterday. Apparently, he's been around for a while. I personally don't care how he talks. I care about being lectured. So the reason I don't say it is one of self-preservation. But I personally don't give a fuck about the word. Doesn't mean shit to me. And when I'm home alone and my kids are gone and all that other shit, and I put on music, I sing along, all right? And I don't make any apologies. I don't care. I'm nowhere near Newark, man. I was about 20 minutes. 20 minutes from Newark Airport. Oh, I don't have any hood credentials. Real Talk lends me some. Well, I mean, that's true, too. Like, Real Talk comes on here. He's got his own crew. He lends me cool points. There's no doubt about it. We've talked about it all offline. There's no reason not to be that upfront about it. He lends me cool points. I promote his music. I'm actually, he just paid me to make him a quick commercial video and put it on this channel. which I'll be doing real soon. You know, I mean, it's a give and take relationship, and it's because that shit's so cool. So we'll end that topic and move on. I'm sorry. I'm not kissing his ass. It's a fact. It's fucking, everything's cool. I'm not saying there's no cool white guys. I'm just saying black folks start the shit and white guys rip it off. Let's just be honest. You know?
That's a pretty decent way. I mean,
yeah. Well, I mean, Elvis, like, I thought Elvis was cool, but he got a chance to listen to music down south that other white folks couldn't even listen to, and he did his own take on it. I mean, and I'm not into this cultural appropriation stuff. That's cool. You know, Eminem, you could say the same thing. You know, I mean, at one time he was the greatest rapper in the world. I don't think there was any doubt in the late 90s and 2000s that he was. But of course, where did it come from? Where did it originate? All right.
Yeah.
You know, I think that's fair to say. That's all. All right, let's go on to drama topics. What I'm not as into the YouTube fights as I was like in 2016. I think mostly because the adpocalypse. It really, I think it kind of sucked the life out of the community, with a couple exceptions. Most of the stuff. Thank you, Tommy C2WiLD. Yeah, guys, I'm gonna get fucked with now. Does it move you like it used to? I mean, does it entertain you? Now that I'm kind of in it, I'm like, oh God, how long can I do this? It almost feels like I want to make content. I'm not afraid to fight. I'm not afraid to throw down. I'm not afraid to go wits. But like, I don't know. Does this stuff move you like it did? Because it used to be a lot more fun for me. I don't know how you feel.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like because of the recent events with like Logan Paul and all that, but I feel like the recent like drama situations going on, they've been bigger spotlights. So all right, let's think of it this way. You know how you got that one rapper that like had, and I'm sorry to use this word again, but the cult following, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, you know how you like that, and you like back when he was doing his underground shit, and then once all the other people, there's new people start hopping on, they act like they've been listening to him forever.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, that means it's becoming mainstream, and once it's mainstream, it's kind of like different now.
Mm-hmm.
Like those artists that are like, basically for artists, they make mixtapes all the time, and then once they like blow up, they start dropping like albums.
Gotcha.
It's like, I feel like now the drama is like all just mainstream media. Like it gets to the mainstream media. So you compare like the Logan Paul, the fucking Barley House shit,
mm-hmm.
the Jake Paul, all that shit. Like it's going on the fucking TMZs and all that.
Yeah, it's
like what happened to the good old days with the Leafy situations and all the, you know, like the iDubbbz content cops back then. Like it was like all like within our own parameters. Now it's getting leaked out to the outside world, and they're trying to fuck us over.
Mainstream. So, like, it's becoming mainstream, and it's becoming younger. That's the thing that gets me. Like most of the guys I saw were between the ages of 17 and 25. Now I'm seeing the market you want to hit now, and you're probably a little more tuned into that than I am, is that 13 to 17-year-old block. That's the money market as far as the ads are concerned. Yeah. Those kids hit ads. But I mean, I don't know. I liked it when it was a little older. I just, it's not as fun for me. There's still some stuff. This stuff I have not. I was skating all day and running around with my daughter. But this situation with oh God, the gay guy. I already forgot his name. Shane Dawson. It might be very interesting. Where this whole thing, because it wasn't that interesting at first, and then the website that put the video out said, Hollywood, they made us do it, which is weird. Probably bullshit, to be honest with you.
So there was a voice to that? I seen that.
Yeah, they had. First of all, here's the way I understand so far, and I don't want to go too much on a limb. Shane Dawson, about 4 years ago, was on a podcast, and he said some pretty weird stuff about pedophilia, and at the very end, he pulls it back. I was just fucking with you, right? Now, Shane Dawson's a gay man, all right? The way they played this video yesterday, right? They left that part out. I got to be honest with you. Even with it in context, it's creepy as fuck. And at best, it's a really bad joke, like a really uncomfortable joke, even for me, which is saying some shit.
You mind saying the joke? Or I don't want you to get
it is more. It's not. On you. At one, I'll touch on it. At one point, he says, "A 8-year-old girl or 9-year-old girl is sexy," Another point, he sort of not all, he compares pedophilia to sort of becoming a gay man, that it's just people have different types of fetishes, and then he kind of rolls it back. I'm just fucking with you, something like that. And I got to be honest with you, it did feel like he was treading on some waters, or at very least treaded on some waters and then backpedaled. Or you could read into it, we don't know, we can't look into people's minds, that's how he felt. He realized how it sounded, and then he pulled back. But that's not the controversy. Most people believe that it was a joke, and they didn't put that context into this particular video. I think it's what, Pop Beat or Pop Culture or whatever it is. And now that organization is saying that somebody made them put it out of context. So yeah. I'm not even squared away with the whole thing. I'm hoping my news team's doing something tonight, you know. So I don't even know what to tell you. That's what's going on. You know,
it's like, I mean, I understand, like, well, maybe understanding like how you got a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. like Dave Chappelle, he'll fucking push it. Or Louis C.K. like they push their jokes, and I can laugh at all their stuff.
Sure.
But like that, like, you know, I don't know. I just couldn't say that funny. You know?
In fairness, though, sometimes we go down paths. I've done it before too, especially with ethnic jokes and stuff like that, where I'm really trying, my heart of heart, I'm trying to be funny, and maybe I cross into a place or use a different chain of words that don't make it funny, and it's not bad intent. It's just I walked into a place trying to be funny, and now I sound crazy, right? I don't know how to explain any bit. Maybe that's what legitimately happened to him. Nonetheless, that really doesn't matter, because most people want to get to the bottom why this sort of hit piece from 4 years ago was put out on him in the first place, which I thought was interesting. I don't even know what else to think of that.
One thing Franchise also mentioned, I think is also pretty another point, like with the drama now, it feels like it's people just doing anything for views now, you know?
Yeah, it does feel that way.
That's what it is.
I can't.
Cavos,
you think
Cavos, I like his channel, but like you could tell, like he was just milking the fuck out of the Logan Paul situation. Like,
yeah, but
too many.
I'm gonna do something strange. I'm gonna stick up for Cavos. Isn't that his job? You know, I did find out, because I never watched this Logan Paul video. I'll be honest with you. I didn't bother to watch it. I thought it just came out too fast for my taste. I was like, really, what insight could he have? But I was told today that he bitched about the body being in the video, and he left the body in the video that he did. Was that the case? I didn't even know this.
Heard it out a little bit more.
I blurred it out just a little bit more. I mean, I find that bizarre to begin with. And I do wonder, like, I think, look, what's your job as a YouTuber? Get hits. Clickbait is not, I don't have a problem with clickbait. I have no problem with clickbait. I have a problem with misleading. I find it, I have a big problem with it, with tags, titles. Well, not so much tags even, but titles being misleading. You click on some. All right, you say you got Jordan Levins, and you start talking about your girlfriend. You know, I got a problem with that. All right, I don't care about your girlfriend. I want to see your fucking $800 shoes. You know, that's I think that's
wrong. Over-exaggerated titles. That's what I call my clickbait. It's over-exaggerated. It's true, but it might be over-exaggerated.
Yeah, I don't know. My problem with Cavos is he thinks he's the moral compass of this platform, and he's a 20-year-old kid that's never really been around at all. And he criticizes people for living, and really can't criticize people himself nor argue on an even playing field. It's yeah, misleading is what I got a problem with. Hey, you guys want to talk to ToNYD2WiLD before we end it? Go and waiting to call. I'd love to pull you in. If you've got any questions about YouTube, sure. I think this man's a guy to ask. I'm going to be asking him questions. I'm going to be asking him a lot of questions in the future. And you guys go in, because we're just about to wrap it up. I would appreciate it if you came in. Anything else you want to speak out on the YouTube community, and what your plans are for the future?
And my plans, honestly, like I'm gonna keep it a lot about the sneakers and the fashion, but just expanding. I've been doing more and more vlogging here and there, you know, and just more of a making it more about my lifestyle and just me because you know that's one thing about YouTube. Like when you start, depending on how you are, some people start doing YouTube based upon like products or you know or personality, and I would like to be my personality the main thing that leads my channel. That way, if one day I want to stop doing sneakers or not do them as often, that I'm still able to provide that content. Like people are still there just because they fuck with me in general, you know.
Yeah, I got
so that's something myself that I'm getting to. And then like we spoke before, you know, on our side there's drama all the time too. Like
yeah,
there's plenty of things like
y'all striking each other's channels and shit. I mean, you doing that stuff?
Not anymore. Not anymore. It was like that, but not anymore. Now it's just about like trying to expose somebody.
Oh,
a hype beast or something. A hype beast. Like if you're buying sneakers because like it's popular or some shit like that, you're a fucking hype beast. So
really?
You're like a follower. You're a follower, yeah. Being a follower and then like exposing people for views and stuff like that.
Maybe fake stuff. Is that a big thing? Like that he didn't have a real pair of Yeezys? Is that a common problem?
But nobody YouTubers don't like. If you're a YouTuber, you're not trying to fucking get called out, so you're not even gonna take that risk. But there used to be like people making videos, like there's videos out there with people like exposing people wearing fake Yeezys and stuff. Like I did a video where I walked into Adidas with fake Yeezys, and it was just walking around like nobody even noticed it though. Like people don't really give a fuck about what's on your feet at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's
I mean they do.
Yeah,
but
I know what you mean.
Such a mouthpiece.
All right.
But
I had a caller in there. What the fuck? You dipped out on me. You gotta wait.
Fucking chat right now, man. Come ask me some questions. You ain't gotta be about sneakers. It be about anything.
I'm gonna call it a night. Call it a weekend.
It be about anything.
And then if I'll take this opportunity. Tony is not only on YouTube, and all his links are below, but check him out on Twitch. He's starting to game a little over there. His Twitter account's in below. I follow him. I suggest you do too. And give him a sub. This is your bag. If this fashion stuff's your bag, he also does stuff like he just recently did a video where you found a bunch of Mustangs. I guess you went and you're filming these like beautiful cars and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was caffeine and octane. It's a show they do once a month in Atlanta. So I just went out there. I got sick as hell. Like I'm recovering right now. That's why my voice sounds like shit.
Yeah,
I was dead. I got some codeine right now, so I've been on that for a minute.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's right. You mentioned that in your video. You've been sick. All right. I can't even say this cat's name. Capella, you're on the air, bro. Man, fuck you.
They're scared when a black guy comes on.
You know what it is. Like, look, you're trying to branch out. So am I. And I want my interviews. I think I did a pretty good job. I want my interview skills to get better, but I think with my crew, they probably don't know what they ask you because they're a bunch of fucking lame white kids that don't know about cool shit. I'm trying to learn about. I'm 41 years old, and you guys don't want to learn about cool shit. Here's your fucking opportunity to learn about cool shit in YouTube. Guys got almost 200K.
Well, some people
lay off the scissor. What a motherfucker!
Some of these people in here don't know who I am. They're talking about like my sneakers that I designed.
You did that too?
There's a couple people. There's a couple people in here that know that. Yeah, they watch me.
That guy says I only say cats when black people are on. That's just. I don't think that's true. I say cats all the time. I even write it. How dare you? How dare you accuse me of sucking up to ToNYD2WiLD because he's African?
That's since Liam.
All right. Here we go. Jeff. All right. This guy's a good caller. Then we'll call it a day. Jeff, the dank man. What's happening?
Hello, Tommy.
How are you, sir? You're a Swedish man. You've probably never seen a black man before. Welcome to the program.
Before, like 10 years ago, I hadn't, but now it's a lot of them. So
well, it's great. Now you get to talk to one. Go ahead. You got a question?
Oh my God.
Hello,
sir. How is it to be black?
Good. It's good.
Nice.
He's got how many subs you have? Jeff, the dank man.
I got so many subs. The subs are invisible.
Yes, that's exactly it.
These people got them subs on deck at the PewDiePie.
He's actually from the same.
I got the leading sub in the world, probably country wise.
It is. It's a big sub. All right, you got to talk to your black man. You're welcome. Talk to you later. Bye. Let's put Vault. He's in the Middle East. Yo, Vault, you dress like this guy. You know what he's talking about?
Yo, what's up, guys?
What's up, man? Vault in the Middle East. You know what this guy's down. You know what this guy's into. You got the Yeezys, Vault? I mean, your parents are probably oil millionaires, right?
But most of my classmates, they are rich, so it's like they have Gucci shits.
Yeah, that's right. You're like the middle class kid. Like this kid, he lives in a Middle Eastern country, and his parents got nice jobs. You grew up nice. You got nice.
The government. So basically, the government.
You work for the government, but the people he goes to school with, their kids are like rich. So they all got the fucking Gucci.
Got that oil money?
Yep, they got that oil money. So he's they're going out, and you're stuck at home at night listening to me before you go to bed, and those guys are riding around Ferraris, right?
So there's just one there's a one YouTuber. I don't know, you might know Vault, Money Kicks. He's a really good dude though.
Money
Kicks. He's from Dubai.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's from Dubai.
No kidding.
His family got $1 billion net worth.
Spoiled brats, pretty much.
He's friends with like Fat Joe. He's fucking Ferraris, Lambos, every goddamn thing in the world. Yeah.
Oh man, it must be nice. Is that what you want to do? Do you want to like how you want to live, Vault? You want all that bling bling?
Fuck no! I just want to wear SFT. I just want to wear my SFT. Is that SFTP hoodie?
Yes, you got it.
And watch, I'm gonna buy one later.
Didn't I buy you? Wait a minute, didn't I buy you something?
No, you bought me one, but I'm gonna buy your
the zip,
your meme one.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah, I'm going to buy it.
Why don't you do me a favor, Vault? Why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you go check out Tony? Why don't you check out Tony's stuff, man? If
I'll check him out. So I'd like to ask him a question.
Sure, go ahead.
Yes, sir.
So about the Supreme trend, is it still trending in the States?
But it's going to die out soon. So I'm gonna be 100% honest. I hate like making it like race wise, but I feel like this is what
when white guys start to wear it, it gets lame. I know exactly what you're gonna say. And everybody's saying I'm wrong in the chat.
It's a skateboard brand though, so no, Tommy's the same. It's the same thing as what I said about when we had our little dramas in YouTube, it was like within our own little community. Now it's like mainstream, Yeah. So back in the day, Supreme was like that dope brand. It was like kind of expensive. It got a little bit of resale. Then all the rich like white kids, their parents was just throwing them.
And it became lame. It sucked. I fucking agree with you. I'm on the same fucking page, bro. I absolutely agree. So here's the thing: you want to keep it cool, keep it brown, no chalk.
I just think
Tony,
you gotta
my respect for you just went through straight to the fucking roof. I love people that talk straight, and I know that. I knew you were gonna say it. I don't know shit about fashion. I don't know shit about shoes. It's just the way things roll. And you know what? It's been like that before me and you were both alive. It's just the way it rolls, man. America's the coolest country in the world, and we get our cool shit from the black folks. It's just
Tommy, to summarize what's going on in this generation right now is that like beforehand you had to earn your way into it. So you earned your way into the Adidas, you earned your way into the Supreme. You bought it and you earned it. You bought one t-shirt and you bought another 2, 3. Nowadays, these kids, they get like they're rich. You can buy yourself coolness.
Yeah, you can buy yourself way cool.
That's the same.
You had to work to be basically what you're telling us before when you started. You had to work to be cool. You had to find shortcuts and everything else.
Now you can buy that shit. Fucking $5,000, you can buy a full Supreme fit and you can walk in the goddamn club
and be the coolest guy in the room.
You're just the fucking coolest dude ever. Like holy shit, that's how it is now. That's just how it is.
That's exactly what happens in my school.
You know what? I tell you
Vault,
what,
Vault, you familiar with Bape and how that kind of died down, right?
Yeah, that got popular also. Yeah, that's very popular.
Well,
they're gonna stay around forever, but they're kind of dying now.
Well, I hope so. This shit can make you more humble, though, man. You're seeing how these rich kids act, but you'll actually they have to buy being cool. Here's what you do:
I have to work for it.
You have to learn to be cool, but that's everlasting. Once you're cool, you're cool. Yeah. You'll be like me. You'll be fucking cool. Everybody's you gotta find. You know what you want to do? You want to be the cool Arab dude when you come to Europe. Get the fuck out of there, man. You get thrown off a roof over there.
When I graduate, I'm going to just migrate to the States or Europe. I'm going to leave.
Thanks, man. All right, Vault. I'll talk to you later, man. I love you. Take care.
Bye.
All right, this is my man, Vault. All right, one last call. We'll call it tonight because I gotta get to bed.
Hello.
My wife's gonna join my ass.
Hey.
I don't know how to say your name though, but you're on with ToNYD2WiLD.
Yeah. I hear what you talked. I've got to defend you first.
Okay.
I think you were on point with the
Thank
whole
you.
thing about the African American culture.
It's just the way it goes. I mean, I've
Yeah.
accepted it. I've accepted
I
it.
have to add something on it. I think that globally and during the entirety of the human history, marginalized groups usually produce the best music or
I know
the
that's
most-
true because I live in Germany, right? And if you want to be cool, if you want to talk cool, right? The way to say I in German is ish, right? Well, the way the Turks say it is ish, right? It's just a cool way to talk, you know? It's a
Yeah.
cool way to talk, you know? And so and they are marginalized. I don't know if they're marginalized like oppressed, but they're definitely less of them. And that they sit in the computers. I think it just kind of happens naturally, yeah. And America's the biggest country in the world, and that is the marginalized groups. And they've also produced tons of entertainers and tons of athletes. Not just that, but I mean that's what that community is mostly known for. So yeah, it's fucking cool.
And America has had a huge influence on global, on universal pop culture.
Let me
During
ask
the
you,
last century.
did you see influences of African American culture in Germany when you're just over here? Because I know you're in Berlin. I mean, and what was your
talking about
experience?
me?
When you came to Europe. I mean, you see the impact.
I
globally?
didn't see a lot in I didn't spend the time in Berlin, in Germany, but when I was in Paris, there was a lot of hip hop.
A lot of
Black
hip hop.
Yeah, it was one song I really liked. I couldn't understand a goddamn word, but it was his ride. It was dope.
I'll send you the best German hip hop song ever. I got
France
that one.
has
Go ahead.
France
Ted.
has a pretty big population of African people.
K Sways or Swaz, I forgot. It was like he was just singing. He was, I don't know what he was rapping though. That shit
Really
was flowing,
was.
but
Have you seen
French language is. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Apache. I apologize. I interrupted you. Go ahead.
Booba, another one, Booba. I think Booba.
Oh fuck! I knew just one hip hop band from France. I forgot its name.
You know, well, French is a nice language, so I can understand.
There's a German rapper named Tony D too.
Is there the show? Well, we have my boy German Joe takes care of his. He does Bushido. That's another guy, and he doesn't call it like, you know how like Eminem calls himself Slim Shady. This guy calls himself Sonny Black, like from God, what's the Donnie Brasco movie?
Yeah.
From Donnie Brasco. Yeah, so it look, that's American hip hop culture for sure. Coming over, so I think it's worldwide.
I can tell you, I'm Greek, and even in Greece, it is very far away, and supposedly we're culturally behind the times usually.
Oh, really?
Hip hop is still not anymore because of the internet age.
Yeah, probably not.
But even here, hip hop is the biggest fucking
It's a king.
genre of
Hip hop's king over here in Germany too. Hip hop was king when I get home. Hip hop's king on YouTube. I mean, ain't nobody putting out rock albums or putting out hip hop albums or hip hop songs. So just the way it goes.
Although I have to whine about the alternative fucking community, because this is in Greece. This is my circle. I revolves around alternative people, but thing is about hip hop is there are so many fucking people that understand and view African American culture in a vacuum, meaning that whenever African Americans produce music that isn't funky or jazzy or has something to do with blues, they kind of automatically reject it. Something that I've noticed.
Well, they're missing. They're missing out. Those guys are missing out, man. That's too bad. That's funny because all the Greek guys. I grew up with guys across the street from a guy named Antonatos. They're a Greek family across the street. They were all in the hip hop. They were all down over there.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. I gotta end this. I gotta call it a day. Thank you so much. I hope you call again, Apache. Take care. First call for. By the way, you're the first Greek caller. You're the first Greek caller that I know of. All right.
It's an honor.
I'm not saying white guys aren't cool.
Tommy, one thing I have to say, I've been wanting to tell you this. Is so off topic. It was one time I was driving, and it was one of your podcasts. Shit was fucking hilarious. It was a time you were talking about that preacher that fucking shook your hand like tough and shit.
Yeah. That just happened really recently. Well,
the next time you got him, you fucking broke
I squeezed his ass more than once too.
Yeah.
I squeezed his ass. You know what? He didn't like me because I was foreign. He didn't like me because I was foreign. My German sucks, right? So I said something. I said it correctly, but he could see that I was a foreigner. So I shook my hand real hard. I didn't expect that shit from a priest, you know. But so 2 days later, you know, my father-in-law dies, and I remember that motherfucker, and I was gonna go back and I was gonna shake his hand just as hard. Last time I got it, he even did he shook my hand, started looking away, and I squeezed that motherfucker, and he looked at me. He like looked at his hand. I got him back.
People I've met in my life that caught me off guard with that. They fucking. You make the bones pop inside and shit. And your fucking hands.
I don't do that. I don't shake hands like that. I'm one of those like almost like a slap shake hand, you know. But and I went in. Look, my wife's grandmother died. I don't expect to be in a fucking arm wrestling match. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't.
That shit had me just dying though, because I just know how and I could tell you say he was German, so I could just tell how he's probably looking fucking crazy.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know.
It's World War II. We're supposed to be burying. We're supposed to be burying people, Father. I don't know what the fuck they call it. I can't. I was my suit. My tie was very generous. Very nice to meet you. Wow, motherfucker, what'd you do that for? You know, that's really what happened.
You told your wife too, right? Like,
oh yeah, and I told her I squeezed the shit out of his hands. Just to it, I got him back. I told her. I told her.
That shit's hilarious.
I'm telling you. By the way, before everybody's I'm gonna take a lot of shit for this. I'm not saying white guys aren't cool. There's a lot of cool white guys. I'm fucking cool. All right, but a lot of that comes from. That's what I'm saying. You could be cool.
Basically, what Tommy's saying is that there's a lot of just because you're white doesn't mean you can't do
hang.
Be a part of the culture.
No,
it's all a culture. The culture was started by black people.
That's all I'm saying. That's where the influence from. The influence is from. Hey, motherfuckers, you can do your polkas and your waltzes, and I know I grew up with old-fashioned Irish music and stuff like that. I'm sorry, and I like the old Irish music when I'm throwing down a beer and rope, but I'm sorry, black American culture is cooler than your fucking waltzes and polkas and God knows what else and your babushkas. I don't fucking know. That shit's lame. I'm sorry. And you know what? Even people in Europe know it. ToNYD2WiLD. Check him out in the description box below.
White people own memes, though. White people own memes.
They own the meme? Oh, I don't know. I think white people came up with the memes. Come on now. We did the memes, didn't we?
That's what I'm saying. Y'all got the memes. We got the hip hop.
Yeah, we got the memes. We got the hip hop because you couldn't afford computers. I mean, let's be honest, you know. All right, let's end on that note. Tony's stuff is in this guy's is really, if you're really into fashion and sneakers and stuff like that, it's not my cup of tea. But like I said, I like talking to other YouTubers. Please check us out. He's game streaming. You may even see me over there, and you may even see him streaming with me. Because
if you guys want me to come back on, let Tommy know I'll pull up because I love the drama.
You love the drama. Well, maybe we'll get you on one time. Let's see if
let him know.
We'll see how you guys do. And thank you very much. This is Real Talk, the Metaphor Messiah. Tony D's in the bottom. I got a show coming up tomorrow, The Quartering, banned from Magic the Gathering, and he found corruption in the same organization that banned him. I'll see you tomorrow for a Friday extra show, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
This is the almighty infinite, independent excellence, devil fighting, rebel titan, weed smoking alchemist, fake identities, okay, you cool with Jason Bourne, running with these Wolverines, okay, you about to catch a storm. I ain't never been a liar, got tired of niggas playing me, head in my legs like she about to catch a pedigree. Chi-Town to King's home, slapping fives, black stones, 6 mile to danger zones, bullets look like waffle cones. Folk affiliated to evolution of Machiavelli. Don't make me lead them eagles to you like I'm Chip Kelly. They feel my struggle, I express it through my hip hop. I'm about to make it hard to